Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great week. In this video, we're going to be going through a host of players that a lot of people are actually really interested in bringing into their team this week. And we're going to be talking about if they're worth bringing in or not. So, firstly, we're going to be starting off with Crichton. As we're doing that, this is how I would be going through my potential pickups in my team, guys. We're heading straight to their stats. So, Crichton, he's got the centre spot, which is awesome. Let's go in and have a look at his stats. So obviously when he was playing off the bench, he was getting limited minutes. Someone that was coming on at fullback, so a bit of a different position, but he's someone that is great for the attacking stats. So came on and was able to score a try in both those first two games. Got an early line break last game. Obviously they've had the 90 minutes, but he was able to score 46 points, which was great. As I said, I know a lot of that was early on. This game he's going to be kicking goals with Cleary out, but he's someone he's elusive. He can get those tackle breaks. In centres, he made 13 tackles for 1 miss, which is really good to see. He's not burning points with missed tackles there. Did have a couple of errors. He does have a few in his game, but good to see there in the centres. He had 140 metres. He had 13 tackles. So he's based there at 27 with those few demerits. And remember, guys, with our goal for a keeper centre is to be scoring 40 plus. So for him to make money, we're looking at sort of 35 plus. The question is, do we think that he can get that? I think he can. If that game did go to 80, he'd be scoring around 40, which is great. I know he did have that line break, but that's something that's in his game. So I think if he does score a try, he might not get that line break. He could score for grubber, etc., etc. I believe he's going to be getting 35 plus. So I think he's a great option for your team, guys. At that 313k, he went up 37k this week. He's got a low break even. He's going to make that money if he scores 35 plus. So if you think you can do that, please bring him in your team. All right, guys. Next one we're going to be talking about is Capewell. So I spoke about him last week in how good of a buy he was going to be. I said you could probably wait a week to check out his first game, but sorry to whoever took my advice on that one. But scoring 75 points in that first game, he was only off for 8 minutes, so that was perfect there. Was able to score that try. Just going to make sure his base stats are there. So in that in the 82 minutes, he had 49 tackles with 4 misses. So let's average that out at, say, that's 41 points there. Let's average out at 35 tackles minus demerits, and then we've got the 100 metres gain. So his base stats are there to get over 40 points, like I said. So I believe at 480, he's going to make you a lot of money, and he's also going to be able to get you great points, especially in that centre position. So he's still going to be a great buy this week. All right, next up on the list, we're going to have Isaah Yeo. So for him, been incredible what he's been able to do. So, 86 last week with an average of 74. So he's actually stepped up, and he's actually running the ball a lot more than he used to, which is great. So 220 metres last game, but an average of around 160 there per game, and actually making a crap load of tackles with only 2 misses for the season. 137 tackles, 2 misses. So he's going to be averaging around that 40 tackles per game with the 150 metres. He's a steal at that price. To be averaging over 50. I think he's someone that could do that for the rest of the season. Only thing to think about there, he's already gained 188k. He's moving into the price bracket of guys like J Trop, which every day of the week I'd take Trop over Yeo. Just because of Yeo's pedigree. Over the years, he hasn't done as well as J Trop, who's constantly averaging 55 each season. So this may be a bit of a blip in Yeo's scoring. He was not going to be able to score 74 points as an average. I'm thinking his average will be closer to 55. So if you think that he can get that, then he's going to be a keeper, and at a little bit of a discount now, and you could keep for the rest of the season. So that's something to think about with Isaah Yeo. All right, moving on to the Knights. We got Bradman Best sitting in at 370k. Had a really good first game of the year. You can't fault it. Got the couple of tries. 16 tackles, 1 miss was awesome. Obviously a couple of errors. The one he butchered at the end. But yeah, 180 meters there, even had a try save. So he's someone at that price point. He actually seems really strong. He can cover centre and wing fullback. For those people that are thinking, okay, do I bring in Crichton or Best? They're both going to be great options, guys. So one thing to think about is you might want cover for your wing and centre. So having one of those guys on the bench could be a great option. I know a lot of people have got Stag, so having Crichton Best, a combination of Crichton Best and Capewell could be really good to have. They're both going to make money as long as they stay on the park. It's Best position to lose, so I think he's got that for the rest of the season if he stays on the park, which is he's going to be a great buy, guys. And moving on. All right, so McCulloch. Mr. Andrew McCulloch, he has the spot locked up. He's in. He's going to have... He's going to be... My thoughts is he'll be playing 80 minutes for the Knights. And hopefully getting back to the scores he was getting at the Broncos when he was getting 80 minutes. So there's a lot of seasons there where Andrew McCulloch was a top 3 hooker in the league, sort of rivaling, close to Smithy in a few seasons there. A lot of people would actually start with McCulloch over Smith because he had that little bit of a discount. And he's someone that can pull out games of 60 tackles, 70 tackles, a little bit like what we're seeing with McInnes, for example. And you can see his point a minute when he's actually played is just under 1. And if he's playing 80 minutes, he's going to be averaging 55 to 60. Obviously, when you bring in fatigue there. Yeah, so you can see 33 tackles in the 46 minutes there. So these new rules are only going to suit him more, and I think he'll have to take a little bit more of a senior role at the Knights, maybe a little bit more ball play. We'll see how he goes. Obviously, getting a little bit older, if he's actually going to be able to scoot out a dummy half and do really well. But I feel like him around the ruck there will be able to do some damage. So at 590, I think he's going to be a cut price keeper, considering Watson's going to be out for the next 6 to 8 weeks, so he won't be there to play the 9. I think this is McCulloch's spot, especially with Turpin being out from what we know. McCulloch's going to be your best bet there at that price point because they're at the exact same price point there. So moving on, we have got Adam Dewey. Not Blair, Adam Dewey. Alrighty, so we said last week he's finally got his chance at fullback. What we've heard during the week is that Corey Thompson is linked to actually move to the Titans because he's actually been dropped. So he's not injured. He's just been dropped for the last 2 games. He didn't get named again. Dewey looks now to have the number 1 spot sewn up. And in his first game in the number 1, in that 80 minutes, he was able to score 43 points without doing too much. He looks strong. He's a big boy and moves really well. So he's getting those tackle buffs, which you've seen across the first 3 games there. 6, 3, and 7. Didn't really do too much and got 43. Made the 150 meters, which is what we need, and get some more points now from the kick defusals. So I think, guys, he's someone who's, we've got another player at around that price point. So this is 440. Another fullback. Excuse me. They'll be able to make a lot of money for you guys and can be using that cover. So we've got a lot of guys in that price point. If he's someone that you really like, guys, I'd suggest that getting him in would be a great idea. I think he'll be able to average 40. And as a fullback, that's going to be great. He's probably not going to be a keeper level, so you will have to trade him out again. But he's someone I'd consider bringing into your team. Just think about it, guys. Maybe you could use him as more of a half cover compared to the other guys being wing and centre. Maybe using Dewey as that would be the best option. So someone to think about there. All right. See if I can spell this right. Yeah, Fodawaker. All right, let's have a little dive into his stats. So he's only played the 2 games. PPM, awesome. Especially that first game. 31 of 37 minutes. 29 tackles, few misses. So from what we can see on the weekend there, he's had the game of his life. No penalties, no errors. No missed tackles. 43 tackles there and 154 metres. He did look amazing. He did a great job sort of holding it together for the Titans. He was able to score 75 in 56 minutes, which was crazy. Will he keep this up? I'm banking it's going to be a no. Will he average 50? I think he can. I definitely think he can average 50 there. But is that worth bringing him into your team at 600k? Are you better off going for trading someone down to a cheapie to then upgrade to a keeper instead of going to Fodawaker? I think so. If you're someone that really likes Fodawaker's game, then you can bring him in. But for someone who's so untried and untested, I'd suggest that you don't bring him in. Those stats are amazing, but I do think that that's going to be his best game of the season. Just my thoughts there on that one. All right, and we'll talk about Clark as well from the Titans. So someone's come on the radar with them dropping Pete's over the week. Clark did play on the bench on the weekend. He scored 17 in 23 minutes, which does look good on paper until you look across, and he's got the 18 tackles. Awesome. 2 missed tackles out of the 18. So if you can, it might have been a few tries off that, but if you're doubling that over playing a longer period of time, 36 tackles with 4 misses at -8, doesn't bode too well with the error as well. So obviously there's a try saver in there to make that look good. So if he didn't have the try saver, he's only getting 12 in the 23 minutes. If he was to play, the 60 plus that we're thinking he'll get, I'd say he'd be someone that can maybe average in the 30s. Like I'm seeing him as someone similar to Brayley, probably not as good, and in a Titans outfit that's going to get a lot of tries scored on them. Very likely that he's going to have a bunch of misses because the other team's got a big roll on. I think anyone in the Titans outfit is someone I'd probably look to avoid. Already fell for the trap of bringing Ash Taylor in, so it's something to think about there, guys. Which is, again, if you need to bring in someone at that basement price to be able to get a gun or to bring in someone you want to, then he's definitely an option. Most hookers are going to do really well in this new format, so you can give him a go. But I wouldn't expect anything crazy from that. All right, guys, Josh Kerr will be our last one for the day. Josh Kerr has been given the starting spot, so it looks like the Dragons are doing anything they can to change it up and try and get a win. And Josh Kerr is going to be the one that's going to get that starting spot, and we'll get a few more minutes. So averaging around 40 off the bench at the moment. The last 2 weeks, PPM's been great at sort of 0.9 there, and it's got it all from base stats there. He obviously has a few misses a game, which is annoying. And his total meters gain, nothing special for playing 40 minutes there. So yes, he might get a few extra minutes. There might be a few price bumps in there at 338, but if he was basement price, I'd say maybe yes. But we also have a lot of front row forward cash cows at the moment with Tanua Brown, Rudolph, Flegler, these kind of guys. So I'd say he's probably one to leave on the sidelines again. Talking about Titans, we've got the Dragons who aren't playing very well as well. And I'd say he is one that's going to probably get more of those misses as teams got that roll on and they're a bit more expansive with the ball, laying a hand on and getting that missed tackle that you don't want. So, anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on the current crop, so the people to bring in for this week. Let me know your thoughts, who you're contemplating trying to get in, and if it's going to work best for you. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. And good luck with your week, guys.